It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight we're on to week 2 in the NFL season as we've got a good one here between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Okay, partner. A couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football. But maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after it.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on here, you think this is something we could see a lot?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for third down. Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. That's good. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. He'll look to throw. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 more yards there and another first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Pass incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
And he'll get this underneath to Singletary. And he'll go down at the 28. That's going to bring up fourth down. Only a gain of 2 there.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
And this one is right down the middle. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so second and 2.
8 yards.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 17 carries, 62 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
He's across midfield.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set. 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Again, the ball carrier. The tackle made at the 44-yard line. A 5-yard pickup on the play.
Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On third down, Jackson. There goes a deep ball. End zone. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Nicole Hardman, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. A diving catch for the score. He laid out. That was special.
And you know the first thing they're going to check, right? Did he complete the process of the catch? All the way through, all the way to the ground. Ball doesn't hit the ground without control in his hands. All of that, yes. Check the box, touchdown.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal. And I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out and out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see.
2nd and 7.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Singletary here running out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This is the tight end, Njoku. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory.
A gain of 64.
A big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Number 6.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
It's 2nd and
Now they try the right side here. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign as the Ravens push further out in front. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. McCann's got it teed up. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
their own 25-yard line.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. That catch good for only a couple. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They'll look to throw here on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. It'll go as a loss. Of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw again. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Tyus Bowser in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 and what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10. At their own.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
23 yards the pickup there.
23 yards. First down, Ravens.
Jackson on first down. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
First down.
Jackson from the shotgun, taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Throwing again, Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
3rd and long.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Play action. It's Jackson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Escaping the pressure right. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And it's knocked away and incomplete. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
Ravens 14,
The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Here's Mecole Hardman. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now as they start this drive 1st and 10. Of course, remember they beat the Saints a week ago, so some good momentum rolling right now. A run there with Henry as he gets forward only for about 3. Second down coming up.
At the 29-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Again, it's Henry.
Derrick Henry on the carry.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. And that is incomplete.
Jackson's pass intended.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. Throwing is Jackson. Got a man. It's Judy complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Now throwing on 1st down and completing it. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They go play action with Jackson, sliding out of the pocket. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working and call more of that.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he will have the Steelers 1st down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
On 1st down, they stick with Singletary. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line.
2nd and 11. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jacobs. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Ravens will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Now a handoff here to his running back. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Minka Fitzpatrick on the tackle. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up.
And a give this time to the tailback. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
On the tackle. It's a gain of 6.
Now a handoff looking right. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard.
And he'll give it here to his running back. 9 yards on the carry there, and that will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. They'll try to run for the 1st with Henry. And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense. Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Derrick Henry. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 44-yard line.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th.
It leads to 2nd.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now Jackson on 3rd down. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
And oh, look at that, a diving catch. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown.
It's number 80. Touchdown, Baltimore.
They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with him punting the football away.
Yes.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Jackson's going to look to run it. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
It's a gain of 7.
They go play action now. Jackson, they'll roll him out right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They'll give Henry another shot. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants him to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's got Njoku over the middle. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. This is caught at the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said.